long tradition of success by both these nations in this particular discipline of men's doubles. Korea, long history of Olympic success, all England success, World Championships, and of course exactly the same is true of the Danish men's doubles pairs.
Korea. And on my right, Mathias Boe, Carsten Morgensen, Denmark. Kim Sarang to serve to Mathias Boe. Level play.
So Kim Sarang, as called by the umpire Ian Ross from England. It's this quarter-final match underway, and I can assure you that the fans here in Odense are going to cheer every single point that the Danes win. Surprising, really, that these two pairs are meeting each other for the first time. I suppose, in a way, understandable that the Koreans are a relatively new partnership, only formed their partnership at the beginning of last year. Played 6 months together and then got split up again, and then have reformed their partnership again this year. And what a start. They've had 3 titles, including the last 2 tournaments, the Japan Super Series, their first ever Super Series event, and the Indonesian Grand Prix Gold event the week later. Now, Jim, of course, you can really give us the inside scoop here because you're a former men's doubles partner of Carsten Morgensen.
Yeah, don't play him in his forehand. No. Carsten is an unbelievable badminton player. He does not that many things he can't do on a badminton court. The one area that he's not so strong is at the net, as we just saw there. That's an area where he has improved over the years, but that's probably his weakest area. But he kind of. It kind of helps to have a great defense, so he just lifts it instead. But we can already see here in the beginning of the match, it's really who's going to get the attack, who's gonna win this game.
Yes, and I suppose picking up on the point you've just made that Carsten Morgensen is perhaps not the best at the net. This is probably why he forms such a good partnership with Mathias Boe, because Mathias Boe loves to go forward to the net. That is where his real strength is.
He waits for that chance to go forward, and he's really good. He's probably the best at it to take. He has patience, and he goes forward, and he can also do it with kind of confidence, because he knows Carsten is going to cover up the rest of the court pretty well, so he can take those chances and come forward. The problem comes, of course, if the Korean pair can keep him on the back and force Carsten to come forward. But that it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But the way that the Korean has been playing this tournament, they've shown that they can do it. So let's see.
It's also fascinating to me to see these two pairs play against each other, because of course the Danes had that wonderful success at the Olympic Games, the silver medal. They went to Japan Super Series event. They lost their first match. They had a bye in the first round, lost their first match. In total contrast, here's the Korean pair. The last 2 tournaments they've played, they've won, so their confidence is going to be sky high, and they'll see this as a great opportunity.
Definitely.
To take a great scalp here.
Definitely. It will be a very good scalp to take here.
Yeah.
And you can say also to show that, that they can be, instead of just winning a tournament, they can actually also beat them straight up. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, it's landed in. Well, it's certainly called in. The Danes don't like the call.
5-all. Matthias.
Oh, my goodness. What a call by the line judge. Clipped the outside edge of the line.
Good call.
Very good call. I'd hate that job, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
The line judges do a wonderful job. Split second.
I must say I was probably the worst guy to treat them. But I must say
I wasn't going to mention that.
no, but I've tried it myself, and it's very, very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. So
6-5.
2:49.
one interesting thing here in the beginning is there's actually quite long rallies. As we spoke about yesterday, we saw some of the double match yesterday. There was no rallies. There's actually been rallies here, and actually I don't think it's in Carsten and Matthias's favor, because what they would like is to put pressure on that service situation and get the easy points. That's not happening right now.
It's a very, very good rally, and Kim Sa-rang somehow getting them out of trouble. And when he got forward to the net, he's a very lively little player, is Kim Sa-rang. Clever. Oh, well, it's just wide, but it was the right idea.
8-5.
Was a very, very talented singles player, was Kim Sa-rang. Beaten the likes of Kenichi Tago.
This is what we talk about. Carsten working from the back, and Matthias just waiting for that chance to prop up the net and finish it. And that's the kind of style they like. But it seems like Kim has got, pretty good control in that defense right now. So it's going to be difficult for the Danes, because Kim is really playing well. But this is the point that Carsten and Matthias is so good at getting, the easy points, the service falls, the good service. These points they'll take, and then you have to work for the other ones.
Oh, he's fast, isn't he? Kim Sa-rang.
Very fast, and he does the right thing there, Kim. He challenges Carsten on the front court, and then as soon as Carsten tries to play the net, he steps forward and puts it down. So, well played.
Well, a rare miss at the front of the court from Matthias Boll.
10. 7.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, he missed the final one, though.
But there you can see what I talk about with Carsten. He doesn't like to stand up, and therefore he plays it long, but, the defense comes through again. A little bit lucky, but
10.
also very skillful.
I have been a little critical in the past of Matthias Boll and his defensive play. I think he's looks a little bit stiff in defence. He doesn't relax enough, doesn't crouch down low, and sometimes I think that if you switch from one side backhand defence to forehand, he's a little bit slow to react. But I think it's an area of his game where he's really been working.
He's been working hard, and of course, he you know, when you play tournaments, you also kind of can see what the opponents do against you, and then you got to go home to training and work on it. He's been working hard, and that is definitely a part of his game that's improved. I still think, seen from the two first matches I saw here with the English, the British pairs played them, they still kind of like found that gap. But it seemed today that he's much better at it.
What a serve. An ace on the flick from Carsten Mogensen.
And this is what they're good at. Good at holding a serve, just waiting for that little bit of step for the Korean guy, and then he flicks it. And again, that's 3 easy points. From serving short in the beginning, they started serving flick serves now, and 10-0.
Oh, it's just long of that back line, and it means that the Asian champions have the narrowest of possible advantages at the mid-game interval. Just 1 point in it.
På en gang imellem, når vi kommer ind, hvis vi hænger lidt på mellemdistancen på halvbanen, at vi så lige husker at spille overspilningen, at de ikke kun får lov at spille der. Og så hvis I udfordrer på halvbanen med dem, hvor I står lige over på halvbanen, så når I stopper af, så giver den en lille vinkel ind på midten. Ikke? Så når nu vi lykkes med at skubbe på dem, både på vores modtagninger, så skal I helt committe til fjerde bold. Og det samme skal I gøre, hvis det er, I spiller den gode kontrabold. Så skal vi altså løbe på dem. De må ikke få lov at spille, uden vi løber. Er I med? Når nu vi angriber, stejlhed, og så netmand lidt tilbage. Så skal de nok slå den op i catcheren her. Hey, bliv ved, drenge. Godt komme tilbage her.
올리든지 그다음 툭 내려놓고 하다가 이렇게 제대로 하는 몸이 그렇게 빠르단 말이야. 하다가 앞에 거기 당점은
Olsen and for the Koreans, Kang Kyung-jin.
끝내려고 되니까 물러가자. 안전하게 실수 안 하게 하니까 좀 잘하고 있어. 서비스. 원수있어. 자, 그때 공만 봐. 서비스 집중하고 무리하지 마. 올라가 무리하지 말고 다 툭 때려놓고 그다음 또 보고. 자, 하고 자.
Well, both coaches, lots of information for their players to take on board. But Klaus Poulsen, the Danish coach, saying being committed on defence and
he spoke a lot, just what we saw. He spoke a lot about that fourth shot to be ready for it. He also spoke about if the Koreans are too close to the net, to not be afraid of lifting it to the back. And he also said if we have that half court, against one-on-one, get a little bit of a angle on it into the middle, so they give themselves a bit of an opportunity for the fourth shot. So that was basically what he said. He said a lot of things. But it was a lot about committing to the to the plan and
well, he won't necessarily be particularly happy with that third shot from Matthias Boll. Served and seemed to stand back. Didn't...
So he is human.
No, it's a good serve from Kim Sa-rang.
I think the Koreans' chance here is to go up and maybe take some of the pace off sometimes, so they force Carsten and Matthias to do something with the shuttle. If they just push hard on everything, I think they will be in trouble. Because what Carsten Matthias is so good at is to counter the shot, and I think we saw that here. If we can get in replay.
That one.
Yeah. So they will counter them, and then they go from a good position in offense, the Korean, to being in defense. So instead of hitting hard and everything, better to block it sometimes and use some soft shots. Another thing to just remember now is that the Klaus said about was to get some steep smashes in, which is also working quite well here.
Well, another excellent flick serve.
Again, easy point.
14-13.
The worst with a flick serve like that is now the Koreans don't know if they can go for the short one or the flick is going to come. It's going to, you know, it's going to give them so many opportunities to do different things, Carsten and Matthias. Again, hard smash and a counter. They have to take some pace off the Koreans.
Nicely done.
14-15.
Certainly a hugely talented player is Kim Sa-rang. I remember watching him. He was selected, wasn't he, in the Thomas Cup final when Korea played against China earlier this year in Wuhan as first men's doubles with Lee Yong-dae. Only lost in a thrilling match to the now Olympic champions Kai Yun and Fu Haifeng.
Service over. 16-14.
This is a good little spell. This is the other really good thing about the Danes. To me, they always play the big points so well. Crucial stage at a match, and they somehow just tighten up and up their intensity and win the big points.
It's because they're good at really communicating on court. They've played together for so long now. They know exactly what to do in these situations. And I think the good thing they're always doing is sticking to the plan, and instead of trying to take chances, they always stick to the plan. I must say, Kim and Kim, they have the whole package. You know, they're both good in defense, got good smashes, seems to be going forward, both of them. Just think they need kind of a better plan to challenge the Danes. That's better.
Service over. 15-17.
Taking the pace out. See, take the pace out. Good shot and wait for the chance instead of using that power on the first shot every time. And they're clearly capable of doing it, the Koreans.
Service over. 18-15.
What defence? Where did that come from? That was super.
Service over. 16-18.
It's a fantastic shot. And it is exactly what they need to do when they are in defense. They need to get it over Carsten when he's standing there. Not because he's calling the net so much, but just so he can't get back to it and smash again. And that leaves Bo in big doubts what's happening. fantastic defense.
17-18.
This is what they're good at again, Carsten, the Danes. Lost 2 points, a break, and then ready to the plan again.
Oh, well, it just seemed such a big swing there, didn't it? It meant that if the timing is off at all, then you're going to make the error. Short, sharp movement of the racket head at the front of the court will suffice. And the Koreans are back level.
Well played.
Yeah, the channel attack with not the full-powered smash. Force the shorter lift. And then the opportunity to go for the winner. There, he's inside that double service line when he's hitting that, isn't he?
Carsten seems to be struggling a little bit in his defense today, actually, and he's also, I just could see he spoke to the coach about it, and the coach kind of said, you need to start moving your legs in your defense. So...
What a rally! Super badminton.
Incredible defense by the Koreans, but not enough. That's their plan. To have Mathias up there covering that net, just putting it down so they can get a lift to Carsten and keep the attack.
Oh, got away with it.
Again, easy point. I think it was 5 minutes ago I spoke about it. They get the easy points. If you look back at this set, not one flick serve by the Koreans. We had at least 5 by the Danes, and I think they almost won all of them.
Certainly been 2 aces. Like that last flick serve perhaps wasn't the best, but it did the job, and it's brought up game point for the Danes. Oh. Well, that took courage, didn't it? With a broken racket as well.
Oh.
So 20 all, and it means that we will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Everybody taking their time. Well, there's signs to me that the Danes are getting a little bit frustrated that they can't get the shuttle on the floor. Such is the quality of defensive play from the Koreans. And the point about the Korean defence is they don't just get it back, they get it back with interest. So having just saved a game point, now the Asian champions have a game point themselves. Opportunity missed. Kim Ki-jung finding the nets, much to the relief of the home fans here in Unsa.
Great match.
We thought this would be exciting, and it's living up to our expectations. Oh my goodness. Well, once again, the flick serve from Mogensen. Absolutely superb. That's 3 he's played that have been unreturnable.
It's a good save, actually. You see, they've had success with that flick serve, and that just means the Korean just can't really go on that short serve. In doubles, that really, really is vital.
Yeah. Well, surely he wouldn't have the audacity to play another flick, would he?
You'd be surprised. But it's part of the game to frustrate people in that serving situation. The flick serve is a part of that. So right now, Kim doesn't know what's coming.
Well, second game point opportunity for the Danes. Yep, there's the flick. But this time, the Koreans were ready and waiting. Not fooled on that occasion. Who's got the nerve?
Great play by Carsten. Pushes it, steps back, covers it straight instead of going for the cross. So he's kind of building up to himself from the service situation. Standing side by side. So you can see he's going back and Bo is going forward. And that's actually kind of awkward when you go forward and push on the return.
So third game point opportunity. Will it be third time lucky? What a good serve. This time they convert, indeed it is. Third time lucky for the #1 seeds, Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. Goodness me, what a thrilling opening game. And the fans here in Unsa absolutely loving it. What a drive to finish off the game. Super control. First of all, the straight push, and then the drive across court from Mogensen. And the opening game, 24-22 in 27 minutes of play.
Når nu vi får de her variationer med, så bliver de endnu mere stereotype på deres modtagninger. Når vi server med variationer, så når vi endelig server dem ind i tid, hvor de gerne vil modtage fra, så kommer den der ind over hovedet på jer. Eller kort. Ja, men det har de så gjort, så gik det lidt væk fra det igen. Jeg er enig. Og jeg tror egentlig her i starten, prøv bare at rykke på den, når I server ind i tid, for at lukke helt nettet. Ikke? Fordi så ved vi, at der kommer vanemodtagninger igen. Så er det fandme vigtigt, at bagmanden ikke står og snorker. Når nu at man rykker på den der, hvis nu Bo server, når han rykker på den, så skal du langt frem. Men du skal turde spille de bløde nuller på den første. Du skal ikke trykke på den første. Nej, de behøver ikke ligge skarpt. Det de dækker, det er jo inde på midten, som vi snakkede om inden. Ikke? De dækker ikke stolperne på dem der nuller, så der er masser af plads til dig. Så I kraftede med seje. Det æder med godt, at I bliver ved her. Og det fede ved det er, at I tør. Vi tør at gøre noget her til sidst i servesituationen. Og det skal I huske på, det er det, vi er bedst til. Bliv nu ved med, at vi ikke bliver stereotype. Vi skal turde gøre noget. Okay? hvis de får når nu vi trykker stadigvæk, så skal I stadig stemple fremad. De må ikke vinde forbanen fra os. Er I med? Kom så nu da.
근데 뭐 자, 그걸 안 쏟기 위해서는 공을 봐야 돼, 공을. 어? 공만 보면 돼. 어? 괜찮아. 어? 잘하고 있으니까 자, 지금부터 자, 서비스하고 한두 개 빵빵 튀면 안 돼. 랠리를 가야 돼. 끝까지 무릎을 늘어지고. 자, 영상 해봐요. 클라치 되잖아, 그지? 그냥 빵 저거 들어가. 그럼 들어가는 거. 무리하게, 수건인데 그 무리하게 할 필요 없단 말이야. 이거 마찬가지고. 여기 수건 내가 그냥 빵 넣고 치고. 집에 하나 딱 찍어가면 되잖아. 이거 늘어져야 돼. 그래서, 서비스, 공만 봐. 잘하고 있으니까, 여기서 시키지면 안 된다. 그냥 이거 늘어져. 앞에서 미리 준비를 해.
So, the start of the second game after that absolutely thrilling opening game taken by the Danes on their third game point opportunity, 24-22. And my goodness me, Klaus Poulsen was very, very animated in the timeout there.
He was very animated and he spoke a lot again. But what he said was, if we can try and translate it, was that they spoke about the service situation. They spoke about a lot of the Koreans' kind of routine service returns. And they spoke, if it's served to the tee, which is the middle line, they always just put it straight over the head of the front guy at the serve, and you can see on the first rally here, Bo went for it straight away. So that's kind of what they want to use against the Koreans. And the second thing he was, it's important that the guy standing behind the front guy is not sleeping, snoring, as it's called in Denmark, and use the angles, use the posts instead of the middle of the court. And then he said they were really, really tough and cool. And it was so cool they won the first set. So kind of a pep talk at the end. And I can't help you with the Korean ones.
1-2.
Interesting, though, to me, to experience the different styles there between the two coaches, because the Danish coach, his pair have won the opening game, and yet he was far more animated and you've just said he gave a bit of a pep talk as well, whereas the Korean coach far more calm in what he was saying and measured in his approach.
But I think it's the kind of, it depends on the type of player it is, and I think that Matthias and Carsten likes that. They likes to have a coach that is like that. Some players really don't like it. They want calmness and just a few things. In this case, the adrenaline is up, and from that first set, I think they want to, continue on that note, the good note they finished on. So. But I'm just wondering, we've seen the set now, and it's 3-2, and we haven't seen one flick serve from the Koreans. So at any point, have they not made sure that Carsten and Matthias is kind of like wondering if that flick serve is going to come? So they have no problem just going up and returning on the short serve every time. So, that would be, if I could speak Korean, that would be one of the things I maybe would say to them, to try and force them away from the net a little bit. But it doesn't seem to be happening.
Well, there, Carsten Morgensen doing exactly what coach asked, and in the rear court position, very, very lively indeed. And that's the sort of thing you wanted, pouncing on those little pushes, keeping the pressure on. It's a good serve. Does take an age, doesn't he, sometimes on his serve. He makes his opponents wait and wait.
It's become a weapon in badminton, in the men's doubles. These all kinds of, I wouldn't call them weird services, but all kind of different serve styles. Some move the racket, some wait a long time, and some can do these flick serves. It's impossible to see. It's something, you know, when I played, it was can you serve well or can you not serve so well? Today there's so many different variations.
Yeah, there's the steep angle rather than power, going for angle and placement.
I also say the service is so important nowadays, so it is.
Well, I say that was lacking pace, 235. That's still 146 miles per hour.
Service over. 5-all.
Oh, the luck of the net cord there, favouring Kim Sa-rang. But he really created his own luck. He really pushed through that defensive shot. Oh, clever. Very, very clever.
See, they've had Kim has had some luck in their defense, so maybe that would be one of the things that could be good to do. Also, maybe to just give away the attack sometimes and try to force Carsten or Mathias a little bit on the back and then wait to counter. Right now, they're pushing off the first shot every time, and Mathias and Carsten is just ready. There you have it again.
Absolutely reading the play perfectly, the left-handed Mathias Bo.
You can actually see from here what the coach Klaus said in the break, that you know, they kind of know where the shots are coming right now. So it's up to Kim and trying to use a little bit more variation. This time it worked, but it actually did come there again. So far they've done the same service return every time. And when we talk about the deciding points, if you do know that as a player, you're a step ahead. So it's important to have variation.
Well, a long discussion between the two Korean players, talking tactics, as indeed the two Danish coaches, although one of them is originally from Sweden, isn't he?
Yes, Per-Henrik Kroner.
Well, it's quite obvious to me here in this second game that with the Danes not using full power on their attacking shots, that the Koreans having to impart the pace themselves, and they're struggling.
Yeah. Still 7-8 though, so they're still in it. But that's also the funny thing in men's doubles. It kind of like, it seems like Carsten and Mathias has the upper hand right now, but it's still only 7-8. So here you have the same return again.
It's over. 8-all.
It's a much different second set right now. You know, first set was rally. Second set has been all about service and service return. And this is what we often see in men's double nowadays. The more, you know, the more the adrenaline is going, the more tight it gets. It's just 3 shots. And I don't know what to say, but I think it favors Carsten and Mathias more than it does the Koreans. So I think for Kim and Kim, it is to get the rally going a little bit more, have some variation in the service returns, so the game open up a little bit more.
Oh,
And that's the way to do it.
Right.
And it was a good flick serve.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot. Look at that. One movement, one jump.
It's so accurate as well. Right down that line. Yeah. Once again, a very short rally.
You can kind of see Kim, and Kim is a little bit frustrating right now because they want to play, but they're not getting it. They're not having rallies at all. So to me, they're kind of different thing right now.
Low serve, just short of the mark.
10-all.
Service line called by the umpire. Well, same scoreline at the mid-game interval here in the second that we had in the first. But this time, it's in favour of the Danes.
Der er masser af plads stadigvæk til, når vi har trykket på noget første gang, og står af på den næste. Ikke? Og så vil jeg gerne have nu, at de er endnu mere skarpe på specielt vores egen tredje bolde. Netmanden, det han skal koncentrere sig meget om, det er sgu den helt korte, synes jeg, så ikke de får succes med det. Og så må bagmanden længere frem, og så turde bare spille de der bløde på stolperne, for de dækker dem altså ikke. Hvis bare vi er langt nok frem, ikke? Så kan vi trykke, hvis vi er langt nok frem, og kvaliteten er dårlig fra dem. Er vi enige med det? Og er der ikke noget i dem, så løfter vi dem selvfølgelig bare. Ikke? Skide godt det her med, at vi får kortene med og stikkene med nu. Og specielt kortene på ham med det røde hår. Ikke? Ja, for så skulle du nok få...
중간볼 떨어지는 볼이 힘이 들어가니까 이걸 못 쓰는 네가 잘한 게 중간볼 툭 이렇게 되는 거야. 잘하는 게 있는 거야. 힘이 막 들어가니까 지금 떨어지는 볼이 공이 어디로 갈지 펀지도 마찬가지고 뺏어져가. 올라가는 거 이거 자체가 지금 짧고 한다가 딱 좀 늦춰서 딱 가볍게 툭 또 온다고 가야 되는 거야. 그지? 그러면 힘이 들어가니까 공도 짧아지고 상대한테 타이밍도 딱딱 맞춰주잖아. 중간볼 자체가 떨어져서 툭툭 때리면 되잖아. 때리면 내 잘하는 거 있잖아.
So with the advantage, but not for long. Another low serve, just short of the mark this time from Matthias Bo. Oh my goodness, that's quick, isn't it? What racket head control. Control that shot.
Fantastic. That's the way, you know. Coming first up on the net, try and see a little bit of variation. Yeah, and that's the first time they've done a cross in the net. The rest have been straight, you know, hard things. This is the way to go back.
13-11.
He was up so quickly as well, wasn't he? Look at that. Goodness me. The exuberance of youth.
The Danish coach spoke a little bit about now if Bo had a net, just don't have to push. You can just, you know, play it short because they're not really coming forward. And it seems like Koreans right now actually have the opposite tactic, and you can see that's working against the Danes. They're actually coming forward now and doing and covering the net, and they've run 3 shots up there on the net now. So now it's up to the Danes to kind of like, after having a clear tactic, to change it now, because he was very calm, Klaus, when he was in this time.
Well, the error on the backhand from Kim Sa-rang. And that, the first point that the Danes have won since the mid-game interval.
14.
Do you think Klaus Bossen was perhaps a little too calm?
Nah, but you know, he just, you know, they just sounded like they had this, you know, they had the tactic now, and they also because the Koreans hadn't done anything different than they did 1.5 sets, so you can't really blame them. It's just you gotta give the credit to the Koreans that they changed it, which I actually have been looking for them to change, and that's just good.
Oh, completely mistimed the shot.
See, that's the first time we've seen a return where they actually go away from the middle. So they also changed that a little bit, but they were just not ready in the flat.
Crisis averted. Back level. Clever. Well, of the two Koreans, it's Kim Ki-jung who struggled today. Looked a little bit lazy on that shot.
Yeah. Maybe you should have left it for the backcourt guy.
Yeah, it's awfully wise for us sitting behind the court, though, isn't it? In the heat of the battle down on court. So want to get involved as a player and try and intercept, make that difference. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, that certainly was lazy. Round the back, the trickery. Looks spectacular, but rarely gains much advantage.
Here we have it again. We spoke about, as you said, you know, they always seems to be good at Carsten and Matthias at these deciding points or something. But that's all. They continue. They don't stop. Kim and Kim changed the tactic and it was working. And they just had a 2-minute break. And they're behind again now. But to be top doubles pair, it's from the start to the finish. And that's what you see with the top doubles pair. They just don't take a break. You know, they have a plan, they go and do it, and they stick to it, and they don't just suddenly do something different in the middle of it. They stick to it. Wow, what a serve.
Yeah, it was incredible, wasn't it? And didn't panic on the third shot. Was well aware of where his opponent was. Placed the shuttle well.
But then again, that's what they're good at. Service return, quick, easy point. Not an easy point, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
fast point then. But then again, where's the flick serve? Kim and Kim hasn't used one flick serve.
Waited so long on that low serve. I thought his opponent was actually going to topple off balance there.
Yeah. But you can also understand why they walk into these flick serves sometimes. When you stand so long with your serve and wait, you almost fall for, to the net, and then they flick, you don't have a chance.
Oh, there he is again.
Well played. Smart play. See? Blocking and covering straight.
Yep.
He knows Bo's not going to lift it high. It's a very smart play. This is the kind of game that I think Kim and Kim should play in every rally. Wait for that chance to come in, block it, and go forward.
So with their noses in front now, the Korean pair. But not for long.
Matthias has actually had a lot of success from the backcourt today. Very, very sharp in his smashes. Good angle on his smashes.
Short. Got what it deserved. And there's another one of those very good smashes you were talking about. Perhaps not the deepest of lifts, but that was the one that did the damage.
19,
See, he hits it in the middle. Always doubt who's going to take it. We all tried that one. Could be flick serve time.
Well, the error, sadly, once again, from Kim Ki-jung. Struggled today, sometimes with his form, but all credit to the Danes. 2 match point opportunities.
20, match point, 18.
Oh my goodness. Would you believe it? Well, I was just about to say it was all over.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we can say that one match point has been squandered. Another one remains, though. Good serve. And that is brilliantly saved this time by the Koreans.
Very good angle with the smash. All the way on the side.
Yeah.
See, Bo is standing in his backhand defense and can't reach quickly enough over to the forehand. That's some of the troubles he's having.
Yeah.
Still is having, apparently.
20 all extra points. It'll be that 2-point winning margin. Oh, that's nicely done.
This is again Matthias. He's not the one who's working all the time from the back, but when he has the chance, he's so good at finding those angles. And then coming from a left hand, it's even more dangerous.
Well, they needed 3 game point opportunities in the opening game. This is a 3rd match point opportunity. This time they convert. What a fabulous match. And the Olympic silver medalists have thrilled the fans here in Odense. Some are on their feet. Well, they held their nerves on the crucial points, having squandered that sitter on their first match point. They didn't panic. calm and collected, and through to their 5th semi-final here at the Denmark Open. And the fans, the home fans, can celebrate because the #1 seeds in the men's doubles have battled through a very, very tough encounter. The moments of victory, the change of pace from Carsten Mogensen, the channel attack down the centre of the court, first from Mathias Boe, and there the victory, 24-22, 22-20 in 54 minutes of play.